Welcome to Divine Stream Radio Podcast, where we explore the timeless wisdom of the Bible, one chapter at a time. I'm your host, Jason Blaiklock, and today we're delving into Job, chapter 37. Elihu proclaims God's majesty. Elihu begins by describing God's voice in nature. At this also my heart trembles and leaps out of its place. He speaks of thunder and lightning as manifestations of God's power, reminding us of his majestic authority. Elihu's shoe continues, "For to the snow, he says, fall on the earth, likewise to the downpour, his mighty downpour." These verses showcase God's control over the elements, from snow to the breath that freezes waters, illustrating his dominion over creation. He loads the thick cloud with moisture. The clouds scatter his lightning. Elihu emphasizes that God uses weather to achieve his purposes, whether for correction or blessing, underscoring the intricate balance of his creation. Elihu challenges Job to consider God's wonders. Do you know how God lays his command upon them and causes the lightning of his cloud to shine? This is an invitation to reflect on the mysteries and complexities of God's work. Elihu concludes, by acknowledging human limitations, teach us what we shall say to him. We cannot draw up our case because of darkness. He highlights the vast gap between God's wisdom and human understanding, urging reverence and humility. Closing reflections. Job 37 reminds us of God's overwhelming power and wisdom. It calls us to stand in awe of his creation and recognize our own limitations in understanding his divine plans. Thanks for listening. I invite you to join the discussion. Visit our podcast super site at godstreamradio.com. There you'll find podcasts from leading Christian authors and many Christian musicians. Plus, be sure to subscribe to the Divine Stream Radio newsletter, where you'll receive inspiring messages and have the chance to enter our weekly draw for a chance to win a beautiful A4 and 63-page study guide of the Book of Job. You can subscribe by clicking the link in this podcast or by visiting divinestreamradio.com directly. Let's walk this journey of reliance on God together. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, exercise the patience of Job, stay faithful, and seek God's guidance.